to the Barstool Sports Advisor, America's premier sports information program, with Dave El Prez Portnoy, Dan Big Cat Katz, and the source, Stu Feiner.
Welcome to Sunday morning. We are your Barstool Sports Advisors. I am your host, Big Cat. I am joined to the left of me by my good friend, Dave Portnoy, El Presidente, and your source, Stu Feiner. Fellas, let's get right into it. Week 4, Week 3 was absolute mania. No one knows what happened. The Vikings lose as 17-point favorites.
Had them.
Money line?
Ooh.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so you had the Bills.
That's a flip of a coin anyways.
The Cardinals look like they come back from dead. The Giants come back from dead. A lot of things going on in the NFL. No one can make, heads or tails of the thing. But let's go to our records, and then we'll do the games. Stu, you are now 4-15. Little comeback for Stu.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. I said I would.
So-
Start slow and then improve.
Can't lose them all.
Yeah.
No two ways about it. But
goes-
I think I was the only person on the show with a winning record. Is that true?
I don't know about
Dog
that.
has this day.
Yeah.
Okay, and there were dogs, and the dogs were barking.
Yeah.
Walked into
Going
that
from 0-9 to 4-15, I don't know if that's something to write home about.
Walked into that one.
Dave, you are 11-11.
Yep.
Swimming at a perfect 50%.
Yep.
So,
Dan, I declared that I was having a spectacular gambling season. That came crashing down. I was bad in college football. I know we're talking NFL. I was bad last week. But you know what? I love it because real gambling doesn't start till you're sweating and you need to win. That's this week. I need to win. It's not for fun. I need to win.
okay, and I am 14-8. Listen, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I'm the best handicapper on this set. I'm just going to tell you, if you want to do this, you listen to me. All right, let's get to the games. The first one we have up, the Bengals at the Falcons. The Falcons are -5. The over-under is 43.5. The Bengals have been a little bit of a surprise team. The Falcons are what we think they are. You can't predict them week to week. Dave, I'm going to start with you. Tell us who you like in this game.
All right. Well, first of all, we're going to have some footage later. I am still waiting to hear what happened in the spot last week in the Falcons game. I had the Falcons. They're my mortal lock. The Saints got a third down that we saw the ball spotted, and they were short of the markers. They were short of the sticks. Suddenly, we turn around. They got a first down. I'm not saying there was foul play involved. I'm not saying there wasn't foul play involved. I don't trust anything. The Falcons, when you disappoint me as my mortal lock, there's no way I'm coming. I was doing the dirty bird. I was dancing around. I was spray painting Tommy. You think I'm going to bet on you? No, you betrayed me. You betrayed my trust. I will take the Bengals, despite the fact I hate the Bengals, but they did win as my icky shuffle lock of the year earlier, so I'm back on the Bengals +5, just because I hate the Falcons.
Ooh, okay, that's actually totally fair. Once a team does you wrong, you put them on the list. Stu, who do you like in this game?
It's an interesting game. It's an interesting matchup. Now, as you saw, week 3 for me, for your source, came back to form where I like upsets. I like against the grain, against the public. What can never happen, I like when it does happen, because that's why it's gambling. If everything was an eye test, if everything was statistics and trends, and everything should go the way it's supposed to go, everybody would win money gambling. Why did everybody get killed? And why did I go 8-1? Why did I go 4-0 on my best bets? Why did I have the Titans? Stealing money. Why did I have the Lions? Why did I have the Redskins? Why did I have an easy day? Because that's what gambling is. You need an expert to go against the grain, against the public. Be uncomfortable. When you bet a game, I'm telling you right now, you have to be uncomfortable. I'm going to lay the number with the Falcons. Love the Falcons. It's Falcons. It's Dirty Bird. This is the week you should have spray painted. Love Atlanta to blow out Cincinnati.
Ooh, okay. Tommy, you got a stat for us.
Yeah, these dirty birds have not had to leave the nest in quite some time. This will be their 3rd straight home game. Since 2006, they are 7-3-1 against the spread in their 3rd straight home game.
Oh, nice. Okay. Listen, I don't know if A.J. Green's going to play. I think he will, and even if he doesn't, I still like the over at 43.5. The Falcons' defense has been ravaged by injury. They can't stop anyone. I think this is going to go up and down the field all day. Andy Dalton, the red rifle, the red rocket, the red BB gun. Take the over. Take it to the bank. 43.5 is the easiest over I've ever seen in my entire life. Dave.
Tommy, Tommy, I'm going to need a fact check on this over. I have my notes here. I have the total of this game at 51.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I guess I wrote it down wrong. I don't know what happened, but guess what, guys? I liked it at 43.5. I love it at 51.5 or 51 because that means Vegas knows I'm on to them. They're putting out bad lines. I'm betting them. Then I'm betting the better lines. Then I'm betting the worst lines. I love it at 51. I love it at 43. I love it at 65.
That made such little sense, but perfect sense.
Yes, exactly.
If you gamble, you know what just happened there because Dan was smelling points. It was a rat at 43.
Yep.
Now it's a winner at 51. I'm following you through the gates of hell to that 51. I am now marked that. I want that on my sheet. I am taking the over at 51.
This is me. I'm chasing after the rat like this. I'm chasing after the rat. I caught it. I pulled it up. Oh, it says 43. No, it says 51. I love it at 51.
Love
okay.
it.
Let's go to the Bucks at the Bears. Soldier Field. The Bears are hot. They're 2-1. Some are saying best team in the entire NFL. Some are saying the Bucks coming down from an emotional loss on Monday night. The Bears are favored at -3. The over-under is 46.5. Stu, I'm going to start with you here.
Okay, fair enough. It's going to be...
I know it's fair enough, Stu.
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna start with you.
I am so confused right
nothing fair about
now
it.
from
It's a
that
flip
last
of a
moment.
coin.
Yeah.
Let me take a deep breath.
Please, compose yourself.
Blow it out. I thought I was having an acid trip, but I wasn't. I am on the show of Barstool Sports Advisors. Okay, so now I'm going to lay this 3 at home with the Bears. I never like taking a team coming off a Monday night, whether you win or whether you lose. Whether you win on Monday night, I like to go against you. When you lose, I like to go against you too. So I think that Tampa Bay will not be prepared. I think they played over the head. I think you saw there was a lot of mistakes in and out of that game, and I think the Bears are really a rock-solid team. I believe in the Bears. I think the Bears will be an easy number here. I like the Bears to cover this number.
Okay, Dave?
I think this goes against everything Stu has said in the past. I think the Bucs are an uncomfortable pick here, to be honest. For me, this is what I call a pretender or contender game. The winner of this game, watch them the rest of the season. The loser goes by the seaside. They'll be washed up, seagulls picking at them the rest of the season. I actually like the Bears here. I feel like an idiot that I'm taking the Bears, but the Bucs coming off a bad loss on Monday Night Football. I never like teams coming off Monday Night Football. The Bears, on the flip side, I think kind of the bye week versus Arizona kind of took them a little bit easy. This was not a game they were up for. They will be up for them at home. I like the Bears. I hate that I like that Stu likes the Bears, but I do like the Bears -3.
Let's introduce our lovely weather girl, Hannah. She has the weather for us on Sunday in Chicago.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, the weather in Chicago is going to be 63 and cloudy, but Big Cat, I have to ask you, do you think you can consider this bear weather?
Ooh, okay. It might be the start of bear weather. Little clouds. Bear weather is basically whatever you decide it to be. It's just...
I love the cloud placement, too, just sideways.
Well, there is the wind. It is wind off the lake. You got stuff going on. Everything's going crazy. Listen, I love Bears -3. All 3 of us on that pick. Be careful. Everyone, be careful. Last game before we take our first break, we have the Dolphins at the Patriots. The Patriots are -7. The over-under is 47.5. And Dave, let me start with this. Are the Patriots dead?
No, Dan, they're not. Now, last time they started 1-2. I don't need Tommy, the stat boy, to tell me this. They ended 12-4. So the Patriots start slow. It's traditionally something they do. Now, did they look horrible versus Detroit? Yes. They looked like they're in mud, slow, disinterested. You name it, they looked it. They're still a 7-point favorite today. They're still 7-point favorite on Sunday versus the 3-0 Dolphins. What does that tell you? That tells you that the Patriots are ready. I can't remember the last time they lost 3 games in a row. I bet the Patriots every week. I have nothing to show for it. 0-2-1 versus spread. 0-2-1 versus spread. 0-2-1 versus spread. That changes. Dolphins 3-0. They go down big. Everyone stops talking about how the Patriots are dead. We book our trip to Atlanta after this week. Patriots, big.
Stu, what do you like?
Very interesting game, Dan. Very interesting game, Dave. I think this is going to shock you. Brady, Belichick, Portnoy, Finer. Love the Patriots in this game. I love Bill. I love Tom. They're going to work together. They're hugging it out. They're cuddling. I know this for a fact. Now, everybody's off the Patriots. Everybody's on to Miami. You can see it. Now, Miami's a juggernaut. Tommy, has Miami covered 12 of 13 or won 12 of 13? Is Miami the best team in the NFL right now, dating back to last year? Ryan Tannehill is on a roll. He goes down hard here. It's Tom. it's Bill. It's the Patriots way, where they look out of it and then they just destroy you. They just destroy Miami. This is a rout.
Breaking news, Stu Feiner, your source, thinks Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are good together. Tommy, who do you have?
This is my blow your socks off stat of the week.
Whoa.
Tom Brady has literally never lost a home game to the Miami Dolphins. They lost one January 1st, 2006. Same day I saw Cheaper by the Dozen 2. But Matt Castle played 3 quarters of that game. Tom Brady only played 1 quarter. And against the spread, 11-3 at home against Miami.
Great stat.
That's a great stat. That's a great stat. You blew the socks off. You blew it off. Listen, there are things you know, there are things you don't know in life and the NFL. Things you don't know, don't worry about them. Be ignorant to them. Just leave them alone. Things you do know, the Patriots always beat the Dolphins in Foxborough, and Miami always beats the Patriots in Miami. That's why my pick is Patriots -7. Listen up, we're going to be playing on FanDuel all season, and we need every AWL to come play with us. If you don't give FanDuel a shot, you're pretty much saying you don't want to hang out with PFT and I at the Super Bowl. Plus, new users get a $20 bonus when they make their first deposit on FanDuel. Come play with us at FanDuel.com/PMT. That's FanDuel.com/PMT. There'll be a season-long leaderboard, and winner at the end of the season will win a trip to the Barstool Super Bowl party in Atlanta. Not only that, but places 2 through 50 will win an autographed PMT car stick, and we're going to be giving out cool weekly prizes too. Welcome back to Barstool Sports Advisors. We're going to go now to the best gambler on the show. He's 3-0, and he also happens to be a goldfish. Let's check in on Larry on Wall Street.
I appreciate the opportunity you're giving me, Mr. Katz, as the single largest shareholder in Larry Goldfish LLC, to speak.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We are not here to indulge in fantasy. We are here to indulge in economic and political reality. Las Vegas has become a second-rate power, up to its heels in debt and bad loans. It's all because of one fish. Now, in the days of yore, when America was a free market, there was no accountability to the shareholder. The MGMs, the Caesars, they made sure that it was not their money they were losing, but rather yours. Now, these 3 men that sit on this very panel before you, what do they do with all their winnings from gambling? Well, I'll tell you what they don't do is reinvest. Big Cat doesn't even own a Larry t-shirt. You own the company. That's right, you, the stockholder. And you are all being royally screwed over by these swindlers, these hucksters with their fake stats and their gimmicks and their locks of the week.
you're out of line, commenter.
No, you're out of line. In today's day and age, it seems like it's the survival of the unfittest. Well, in my book, you're either winning or you're swimming. The last 3 picks this goldfish has made have all been winners. If you had started with $1 million and let it ride, you'd be up $8 million. When I bought this fish, I did not destroy it. I liberated it. The point is, America, Larry is good. Larry is right. Larry works. And Larry, you mark my words, Larry will not only save the Barstool Sports Advisors, but also a little malfunctioning company we call the USA. Now, Larry, make your pick. Okay, Larry likes the Jaguars. Back to you guys.
Hi, folks. Stu Feiner. How are you? Hope all is well. You've been watching me on national TV for over 30 years, and for the first time ever in over 13 years, we're ready to roll on Barstool Sports Advisors. I'm giving you a paid pick, a game I'm betting for $10,000 on, a game that the biggest bettors are betting on a recorded message. No salesman, no hassles. Get it right now. 800-982-2211. 800-982-2211. Ready to roll!
All right, people, here's the deal. FanDuel, the gents at FanDuel, they put me in the FFC, the World Fantasy Football Championship. I am playing 1 in 75 shot to win $500,000 at the Meadowlands at the end of the season. You can now, they didn't tell me this, you can win a piece of me. You enter this contest, it's free, no charge. All you gotta do, FanDuel.com/BeatDave. FanDuel.com/BeatDave. It's free to enter. You play amongst stoolies. If you win, you get 5% of me. If I go win this thing, you get $25,000. I have never sold a part of myself. FanDuel is making me do it. FanDuel.com/BeatDave. It's free. You can win $25,000. Sign up.
Welcome back to the Barstool Sports Advisors. We have 2 more games this week, then we're going to get to our mortal locks. Let's get back into the games. We have the Saints at the Giants, the resurgent Giants. Can we say resurgent?
For 1 week.
For 1 week, resurgent
Yes,
Giants. The
I'll go
Giants
with it.
are +3.5. The over-under is 50. Thank you to our friends at FanDuel for the great lines. Dave, I'm going to go with you first. Who do you like in this game?
Well, this is a game that I know I'm going to lose. I had it last week. I probably lost my game. I know I'm going to lose. I bet against the Saints. They beat me. I bet against the Giants. They beat me. I am doing something that I know is a bad bet right here. The Giants at home. I haven't won the Giants. I've been on them, against them, but they haven't won. This is so easy. I'm against the Saints. I hate the Saints. I think the Saints stink. I think the Giants beat them. I think the Giants beat them comfortably. Having said that, they probably won't. I'm taking the Giants -3. Book it.
Ooh, okay. So take that bet, but probably don't.
Yep.
Stu.
Can I ask something? What did you eat for breakfast this morning?
I don't eat breakfast. I survive just on caffeine and coffee and Adderall.
Perfect. I didn't eat breakfast. I survive on caffeine also, because every game you like, I like. It's unbelievable.
Yikes.
Portnoy Finder! Portnoy Finder! Portnoy Finder! Be nice. Come on, you used
This
to
is
watch
one of
me
those
21
weeks.
years
I know-
ago.
I know this
in
is
your
one-
in your bedroom, you used to watch
This
me,
is-
and you wanted to
I don't
emulate
like
me.
this-
So now you
I
want
don't
me.
like the sounds in the bedroom type
Dave.
thing.
Oh, listen.
Dave.
Come on. It's a
Dave.
G show.
You see
Let's
this,
stop.
Dave? This is the you're in trouble pinky.
This is
you're
one
in
of those-
trouble.
No.
You're in trouble.
We've super
You
saved
are
into
in
each
trouble,
other.
my
We're
friend.
Jews.
That's the you
We're
in
ready.
trouble pinky.
This
Ready
is
to take
one
over
of
the
the-
world.
This is one of those weekends where I know I need to just be kidnapped and put in a panic room and just wake up on Monday with nothing bet, nothing lost.
That pinky,
I think
it's
you never
facing
made
you.
it week.
I'm very
smell
nervous.
Money. I smell money.
I
All right,
smell
let's
trouble.
Let's get back to what are we doing here? It's a game. Let's get back to the game. Now listen. Did you go 8-1 last week? I don't think so. Did you win every one of your best bets? I don't think so. So when I give a pick, you better listen. And this is a pick on this show, and I'm betting this game, okay? I like the Giants. I like the Giants plus the points. I think they'll win the game outright. I think the Giants are just better than the Saints on the offensive side of the ball. Offensively, against Saints defensively, I think it's a mismatch. Although Drew Brees might go up and down the field, I think Giants need this game. I think they need it big. Love the New York Giants.
Okay, so Tommy, what stat you got for us now?
This game all comes down to Eric Flowers. Since the start of last year, in games he started, the Giants are 2-15. In games he's been benched for, like last week, the Giants are an unstoppable juggernaut of 2-0.
Ooh, that's a big sample size there, Tommy.
It's a Todd McShay baseball stat, 40-0 without him, with Todd McShay on the mound, 0-3.
Ooh, that's tough. That's a ricochet shot at Todd. Listen, guys, I lean the Giants. I'm not going to take the Giants. What I am going to take, and I hate to do it, but it's the under. Because guess what? Drew Brees, away from home, away from a dome setting, different type of quarterback. The Giants are 8-2 under in their last 10 games. Their offense still struggles. Their defense is okay, so I'm taking the under here. Under 50. Take it and lock it up. Okay, last game of the week before we get to our mortal locks. It is the Ravens and Steelers, a good old black and blue NFC North rivalry. It might be back. The Steelers are -3.5. The over-under is 51. Great Sunday night game for us. Stu, I'm going to start with you. Who do you like in this game?
Okay, now this is the game that you've been paying me for on the show every single week. Now, as we know, the story of my life is I've been handicapping and betting since 1982. As we know, I brought the Sports Advisors on the air in 1990 through 2003 in every sports channel in the country. So when you're watching us now, this is all I've ever done for a living. And the game that I've told you to bet every week for $50,000 has won. Week 1, it was the Bears covering against the Packers. Week 2, it was the Cowboys just destroying the Giants. And a couple of days ago, as you saw last week, it was the Lions upsetting the Patriots. Now, this game, I'm betting $50,000 on. And this game, I would like you to make your first bet of your life. Let's say you've been watching us on the show. Dave's on fire. Dan's on fire. I've been but you know my pay picks have won. You might not have made a bet yet. This game you bet. You bet it for everything you own. Make the biggest bet of your life. Mortgage your house, sell your stocks, everything. I want you to bet everything you own on this game and get it right now at StuFiner.com. StuFiner.com. It'll be my 4th Sunday night in a row. StuFiner.com.
Whew. Okay, everything you own. Dave.
Listen,
give us a pick.
I love Stu, but that was just a moron take right there, and here's why. Because the Steelers-Ravens is always close. So unless you want everything you own coming down on the last drive, which I don't recommend, this is a tough game. I am going to go with the Ravens. I think they're better than the Steelers. I think the Steelers were lucky to beat the Bucs. I don't think the Steelers have looked good at all. There were guys running all over the field. Fitzpatrick made some horrible throws. Having said that, this is a coin flip. This is you flip a coin. Sometimes it comes heads. Sometimes it comes tails. That's what I feel on this game. I will bet it because I'm a degenerate, and I owe it to myself and the viewers to bet it. I'm going to take the Ravens. Having said that, when I place that call, all bets are off. But on this show, on this moment, I'm feeling Ravens.
Okay, Hannah. What's the weather going to be like in Pittsburgh on Sunday night?
The weather is going to be sunny in Pittsburgh, but more importantly, Dan, when you have these two teams play, you just have to throw out the record book.
Ooh, I like it. Rivalries, throw out that record book. Tommy, give us a stat.
Speaking of record books, I have no shortage of record books, and I've been pouring through them all week. This total of 51 is the highest I've ever seen for a game between the Ravens and Steelers.
Ooh, okay. Whoa. Thanks, Tommy. You know what? That makes me like my bet even more because I like when Vegas challenges me. They go Vegas versus Big Cat. Mano y mano. Highest total ever. Guess what? I'll take the over. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Boys, I'm even bringing out the over gun. Print the money, take the over, enjoy your Sunday night. We'll be back right after this with our Mortal Locks.
Oh, he's crying. He's in shock. He's down.
Shot. I'll beat your ass just like we do in Central Kentucky.
Man, the only massage you're gonna be getting is from these right here, man, so get ready.
See ya later. Left, right. Broken, bruised, scarred, going down, bitch.
Damn, she should fight.
He used the rope. Oh, look at these uppercuts. This is sloppy. This is what I call sloppy fighting.
Hit himself, look at that. Is he smiling? He's demented.
Look at that strut from the bad rabbit. Oh, good right from Raccoon Boy.
You don't want to be the guy who breakdances gets knocked out.
This guy can fucking fight. Oh, he smoked him. That didn't work at all. No, vicious right hand. He's fucking the floor. You cannot get hit harder than that.
Seriously in deja vu all over again with every single one of my bets. There's just a ton of time left.
It would take a miracle. We're going house. We're going house.
Get it.
Go. Wait, is that older?
Let's go. That's live.
Is that game?
That's live, baby.
Stare at him, buddy.
Get him. Pick it. Yes. Sorry, Dave.
I'm in one of those streaks.
Dave.
I'm in one of those streaks where no matter what I do, I can't get it in. It's everybody scores on me, and I can't score on anybody. This Carolina
Can't win in this league.
No.
This league's impossible.
We gotta put the face mask in. Can we put on Denver? Why are they putting Denver in the red zone? We're watching measurements, Hansen. 4th and 1, we threw it. I was watching. Can you DM Chris Hansen right now and tell him that was pathetic work with the Broncos game? Pathetic. Part of gambling and why that red zone exists is to give you entertainment for your money, value. So you can watch this at least. Hey, I can tell people I could have gone to a Broadway show.
What's this?
But instead I pay to watch, and he's not even gonna put the freaking game on. That's disgusting.
What I care about is starting a game at 4:05 and then starting the other games at 4:25. That game never gets bet because it's just lost in space and time. Change it, fix it.
Go deep, go deep. This has to be a touchdown. Yeah!
That's a touchdown. Go. No! That's not right.
That's the Raiders game, that's why.
Everything's wrong. Touchdown, Drew Brees.
He's alive! Oh, how do you not wrap him up? What was that? Cut that guy.
Why? He literally turns back
Cut
and just
him.
tackle me and don't hurt me.
Cut him.
That wasn't even a
Don't
move.
even let him back
Drew
in the
Brees
locker room.
doesn't get credit for that.
Throw his outside the locker room and be like, hey, buddy, you're out. You can't even tackle.
First and 10.
What?
I saw where they spot the ball. It wasn't there. What do you mean first and 10? What do you mean first down? We saw where they put the football.
That's close.
Wait a minute.
That's close.
But we see where the referee spotted the football. There were no chains. There were nothing. He wasn't even close. I just can't win a close game. And it started at losing is contagious. It's like that's seen in the natural.
Yep.
Losing is the disease.
Welcome back, Barstool Sports Advisors. It is that time of the week again. It is Mortal Lock time. We're going to start with our celebrity Mortal Lock pick. They are 2-1 on the season. Here it is.
Barstool Sports Advisors, it's about time you asked me for a pick. I know what I'm doing in the NFL, unlike you three peasants back in the studio. But I'll tell you right now, my lock of the week is the Chicago Bears at home, -3 versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. That menace to society, Khalil Mack running amok, dummy, and that fool Fitzpatrick, that Harvard geek wannabe lookalike Conor McGregor. Take the Bears and take that defense and take it to the bank. Book it up, -3 at home.
Okay, that was our celebrity Mortal Lock of the week. Now let's get to ours. Stu, I'm going to start with you, and I want to hear what your Mortal Lock is.
Okay, thank you, David. Now, basically, I can pick winners. I have no idea. This is Dave, Dan, Dave. It's really hard. The pressure's on me. It's enough to come on here as a sports advisor, the expert on the show. I gotta remember Dave, Dan. I'm just gonna call him Big Cat, El Prez. Done. Now listen. Do you know who Aaron Rodgers is? You ever heard of Aaron Rodgers? You ever heard of cheese? You ever heard of Green Bay, Wisconsin? You ever hear of Bronco Nagurski? You ever hear of Bart Starr? You ever hear of Vince Lombardi? It's all Aaron Rodgers. This is the round. I told you Buffalo last week was going to beat Minnie, but I'll tell you right now, they're getting slaughtered here. 40-point round. Green Bay Packers.
Okay, Dave, what's your Mortal Lock?
I'm glad you asked, Dan. Listen, last week I lost. It was terrible. I had the Falcons, and I told you I'm done with the gimmicks. I'm not doing gimmicks anymore. I'm just looking at the sheet. I'm picking the best bet on the board. That's what I did this week. I don't know if you can tell. I'm going with the black hole. I'm going with the Raiders. Listen, the Raiders are 0-3, but they've been in every single game. They're tied with the Rams at halftime, maybe the best team in football. They should have beaten the Broncos. They had them until the last second. Last week they were beating the Dolphins the entire game, the 3-0 Dolphins. Now Cleveland's coming in, 2.5 points. That's all they're laying. Listen, the Browns have won one game in a decade. One game, and they need a miracle. Baker Mayfield, yeah, he played good last week. When you come into the black hole, when you play John Gruden, the fans are going to be loud. Nothing like it. When's the last time the Browns won a road game? Never. I like the Raiders. I like them big. They haven't given up. This is my mortal of mortal locks, my black hole mortal lock. Take it to the hole. No pun intended, but intended. Raiders big.
Okay, so just to clarify, you're on the Raiders.
Oakland Raiders?
Raiders?
Raiders.
Okay, got it. The Raiders. Okay, listen, I have the best Mortal Lock record of anyone on this panel. I am 2-1. These schlubs are 1-2, and that is why you need to trust me. And on an extra bonus here, I'm giving out a bet I have never given out in my entire life, which means I have never lost it in my entire life, and that is save a horse, ride a cowboy. No, I'm not betting the Cowboys. I'm betting the Texans, because if J.J. Watt can stop a hurricane, the Texans will not go 0-4. Take the Texans +1.5 at the Colts. Lock of the millennium. Okay, that is our show. For Tommy, for Stu, for Dave, for Hannah, I am Big Cat. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week, 10 a.m. Barstool Sports Advisors. Good luck to everyone Sunday, and remember, be advised.
Run and roll! Run and roll! Run and roll!